Hello, time-conscious friends. Today, we embark on a journey to reclaim one of our most precious resources, time. In a world where distractions abound and demands on our attention seem endless, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of wasting precious moments on activities that do not serve our goals or nourish our souls. But fear not, for today, we will draw upon the wisdom of some of the world's most successful individuals to uncover the most powerful tips for maximizing our time and living with purpose and intention. Time is the great equalizer. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Yet, how we choose to spend those hours can make all the difference in our personal and professional lives. From visionary entrepreneurs and innovative thinkers to resilient leaders and mindful creators, the individuals whose insights we will explore today have mastered the art of time management and productivity, achieving remarkable success in their chosen fields. As we journey together through their life tips and strategies, I invite you to reflect on your own relationship with time. Are you making the most of each precious moment, or are you allowing distractions and inefficiencies to steal your time and energy? What are the habits and behaviors that are holding you back from reaching your full potential? And how can you reclaim control over your time and your life? With each tip shared today, I encourage you to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to experiment. Remember, the path to mastery is paved with small, consistent actions taken day after day. By implementing even one powerful life tip into your daily routine, you can begin to unlock new levels of productivity, fulfillment, and success. So without further ado, let us dive into the most powerful life tips from successful people and reclaim our time with purpose and intention. Are you ready to stop wasting your time and start living your best life? Let's begin. The only thing standing between your incredible abilities and yourself is fear. The good news is that you have extraordinary potential for triumph and personal fulfillment, as well as for achieving prosperity, since you have more talent and natural ability than you could use in 1,000 lifetimes. As Bruce Barton said, only those who dare to believe that something inside them is superior to circumstances have achieved splendid goals. I will teach you how to move from the fear zone to a fear-free zone. In the next few minutes of this video, you will learn how to develop self-confidence, courage, and unwavering determination in every area of your life. You will face the greatest challenges and opportunities of your daily life without any fear and be convinced of your ability to achieve everything you set out to do. Step into the fear-free zone. For over 25 years, Tracy, I have studied successful women and men, seeking the characteristics and qualities they all have in common that have allowed them to achieve much more than the average person. I have read countless books, articles, and research studies on success, and I have come to the conclusion that the fundamental quality for success in every walk of life is the confidence each person has in themselves. Every dreamer who has ever achieved something out of the ordinary has had greater self-confidence than people with average results. When you believe in yourself so much that you know you have the ability to achieve almost anything you truly want, your future will be limitless. Here's an important question. What would you do differently if you were guaranteed success in any endeavor? What if a higher power granted you the power to reach the goal you set for yourself? In other words, what if you were not afraid of anyone or anything and felt completely free to act in any area that would benefit you? As we've just heard, the quality of unwavering self-confidence holds immense power to shape your world and unlock untapped potential. Yet, for many, cultivating this trait is no easy feat. Indeed, self-confidence is a rare commodity in today's world, with many individuals grappling with feelings of doubt, insecurity, and fear. As psychologist Abraham Maslow astutely observed, the history of humanity is replete with instances of individuals undervaluing themselves and succumbing to the limitations imposed by their own self-doubt. But here's the remarkable truth. Self-confidence is not an innate trait reserved for the lucky few. It is a mental quality that can be cultivated and strengthened through deliberate effort and practice. While it's true that everyone possesses varying levels of self-confidence, the key lies in harnessing that potential and systematically enhancing it over time. The journey towards greater self-confidence begins with a willingness to confront and overcome the fears and insecurities that hold us back. As I often say, everything we do is driven by either fear or desire. And fear, particularly fear of the unknown, remains one of the greatest obstacles to cultivating unwavering self-confidence. But fear not, for the path to self-confidence is within your reach. By setting your mind to the task and committing to a process of systematic self-improvement, you can elevate yourself to new heights of confidence and self-assurance in any area of your life. So as we continue our exploration of self-confidence and its transformative power, I encourage you to reflect on your own journey and identify areas where you can begin to cultivate greater confidence and belief in yourself. With dedication, persistence, and a willingness to confront your fears head-on, you have the power to rewrite the story of your life and unleash your true potential. Fear holds us back more than any other factor. Fear of all kinds works on us unconsciously to underestimate and sabotage our best intentions and our greatest hopes. In fact, as you listen to these words, you are probably thinking of a fear that is holding you back in some way. No matter what you do, fear rears its ugly head and tries to trip you up. Sometimes fear will appear consciously in the form of rationalizations and excuses that you will use to sabotage yourself and hold yourself back. At other times, you will see yourself avoiding setting goals, saying that I already know what my goals are, I don't need to write them down. Your subconscious will tell you that if you don't set clear goals, you won't go through the experience of failing. This is just another way of saying that you don't really believe in your ability to improve in what you are doing. Now, often fear will show up as your procrastination in writing your goals. You'll decide to write them all down over the weekend during your summer vacation, when you can dedicate a couple of hours or at some undefined point in the future. Then, like 97% or more of adults, you'll never do it. You'll start rationalizing and say, well, considering my situation, it's probably not going to make any difference anyway. Orison Swett Marden said, "There can be no great value where there is no confidence or security. For half the triumph in battle lies in the conviction that we can accomplish what we undertake." If fear is the worst enemy of self-confidence, then the worst enemy of human triumph is the comfort zone. Psychologists have determined that each of us has a natural tendency to gravitate towards a zone of performance and behavior where we are comfortable, one that is easy and unchallenging, and then we stay there. We stop trying, we relax day by day, we develop habits that lead us to poor performance and failure. We settle for much less than we are actually capable of. We engage in social media, watch television, listen to music, socialize, and generally waste time, convincing ourselves from time to time that this is the best we can do. We build the confidence to tackle higher goals by using our energies to accomplish smaller goals. We build our confidence as we progress until we reach the point where there is nothing we cannot undertake. Indeed, the habit of setting and achieving higher goals is absolutely indispensable for the development of higher levels of confidence and personal effort. Only you can truly believe in yourself when you undoubtedly know that you have the ability to do what you set out to do. True self-confidence does not come from having good wishes or positive hopes or positive thoughts, but from being positive based on the fact that you have proven to yourself time and time again that you have what it takes to go from wherever you are to wherever you want to go. Self-confidence is a state of mind, it is an attitude, and as such, it is more important than facts. However, it must be based on facts to be the kind of self-confidence you can rely on in a decisive moment. Your job is to do whatever it takes to convince yourself in your heart that you are completely unstoppable in achieving what you set out to do. William James said, "Compared to what we should be, we are only half awake. We are only using a small part of our physical and mental resources. Broadly speaking, the human individual lives very much within his limits. He possesses powers of various kinds that he regularly does not use." The founder of Success magazine, Orison Swett Marden, stated, "There are powers within you that, if you could discover and use, would make you everything you ever dreamed or imagined you would be." In a 5-year study on leaders presented in his book Leaders, Warren Bennis found that each of them consciously avoids the comfort zone by continuously setting higher goals. They never allow themselves to become complacent. They live broadly, always striving to be and do more. To develop strong confidence, you need to see yourself and think of yourself as a leader and do what leaders do. You need to stretch yourself to the outer limits of your potential, set goals that bring out the best in you, work towards goals that make you feel a sense of mastery and peak performance. And it all starts with a notebook, a pen, and you not imagining limits. The starting point for setting goals is to abandon all mental limitations and let your mind wander freely through an entire universe of possibilities. Your primary task initially is to allow yourself to dream big and determine exactly what you want to get out of life in every area and dimension. Decide what is right before deciding what is possible. Imagine that you can be, have, or do literally everything you actually want, as long as you know exactly what it is. First, make your dream list. Imagine for a moment that you have no limitations of time, money, knowledge, contacts, experience, or education. Imagine that any goal you write down is possible for you. Remember that any goal you can define clearly and crystallize on paper is possible, as long as you desire it for long enough and with enough intensity. And if you're willing to make the efforts and sacrifices necessary, there are no unrealistic goals, only unrealistic timelines. The act of writing down your goals sets the entire universe in motion in your favor and activates all mental laws to assist you. In fact, many people have experienced writing a list of goals on New Year's Day, putting it away, and not looking at it again until the end of the year, only to discover that they achieved almost 80% of those goals, sometimes in the most incredible ways. The act of writing down big and challenging goals makes three things happen. First, your self-concept improves and your confidence immediately increases. The act of setting goals requires confidence and builds confidence simultaneously. Having the courage to write down what you truly want enhances your self-image and boosts your self-esteem. The action itself generates a feeling of greater personal power and ability. Second, you tap into your mental and emotional powers. Setting goals triggers an explosion of physical and mental energy. Your heart and breathing rates increase. The act of setting goals is exciting in itself. It sounds a bit cheesy, but someone once said, "Feeling apathetic? Make a list." It's true. It's like stepping on the accelerator of your own physical and mental potential. And if you do it every day, the results will be tremendous. Third, committing to paper. Having committed your goal to paper dramatically increases the odds of achieving it. Your mind is structured in such a way that you cannot clearly write down a goal on paper, not on a computer screen, without simultaneously having the ability to fulfill it in some way. The most important question is how much you want it. There are several mental exercises to determine your goals. First, imagine you've just won $1 million in cash, and you can do or have whatever you want with the money. What is the first thing you would do? Where would you go? What changes would you make in your life if you had absolute financial freedom? What would you do differently from what you're doing now? Second, describe your ideal lifestyle. Imagine you could live your ideal of the perfect life. Where in the country would you choose to live? What kind of company would you want to work for or start and run on your own? What kind of house and car would you want? How would you like to spend your time in your life? What kind of relationships would you want? Third, ask yourself what you would do if you knew today that you only had 6 months left to live. If you had no limitations, how would you spend these last 6 months? It's another way of asking what's really important to you. Who would you like to spend time with? What would you like to accomplish? What would you like to leave behind? In other words, what do you really value? What are the things that truly give meaning and purpose to your life? Fourth, make a list of your concerns and problems and write down a goal that is the perfect solution to each of those difficulties. If money is a concern, write down a goal that clearly defines how much you want to earn, how much you want to save, and what you want to achieve financially in the next 3 to 5 years. Fifth, think about your family and relationships. Describe the perfect situation among the important people in your life and set a series of goals to achieve that situation. Sixth, assess your health. Describe what perfect physical and mental health means to you and design your plan to achieve those levels. Seventh, define the type of person you would like to become, both personally and professionally. Then, establish a personal and professional development plan that allows you to learn, grow, and become the person you aspire to be. Remember what I said before. To have something, you must first be something. The importance of goals. The reason why goals are so important in building self-confidence is because the act itself of setting a big goal in your life activates all mental laws in your favor. It's as if all the switches are turned on in your engine of achievement and the afterburners of your potential are ignited. Clear goals free you from the law of accident, that is, the tendency of things to happen randomly and unpredictably. Goals give you a clear sense of direction and the knowledge that your life is full of self-determination. Goals give you a sense of purpose and focus. They make you feel that everything that happens to you is part of an organized plan that is leading you step by step toward the fulfillment of your highest ideals. Your ability to set goals and make plans for their accomplishment is the ultimate skill of triumph, without which very little is possible. The habit of setting goals regularly and achieving them is almost more important than any other skill you can ever learn. And finally, I want to share this story with you. I had a friend who smoked for 30 years and said he couldn't quit smoking because it was a deeply ingrained habit that dated back to the early days of his adulthood. One day, he felt chest pains and went to see his doctor, who ordered a series of tests. When the results came back, the doctor made my friend sit down and told him he had a serious heart problem and that if he continued smoking, he would be dead in 6 months. Samuel Johnson said, "When a man knows he is to be hanged in a fortnight, it concentrates his mind wonderfully." The idea of dying was so emotionally charged for my friend that he took out his cigarettes, threw them in the trash, and never touched one again. On the positive side, if you were completely convinced that you are destined for great success and that there would be nothing in the world that could prevent you from achieving great things, while sincerely dedicating yourself to every activity and persisting until you succeed, you would become an irresistible force of nature. The depth of your thinking and the strength of your conviction would dramatically increase the power of your personality. If you truly believed in your ability to achieve great triumphs, you would become unstoppable. The 4 C's of inner confidence. You can develop this kind of belief, this inner confidence, by developing what I call the 4 C's. First, clarity. Decide exactly what you want to achieve and what kind of person you want to become. Second, conviction. Develop the strong belief that you can do whatever you set out to do. Third, commitment. Decide to do whatever it takes. Develop the willingness to pay the price in advance for any triumph you desire. Fourth, consistency. Decide to work on your goals every day, morning, noon, and night, until you have achieved them. When you back your goals and actions with clarity, conviction, commitment, and consistency, you are on your way to developing the kind of confidence that will make everything possible for you. And as we bring our exploration of time management and productivity to a close, let us take a moment to reflect on the invaluable insights and wisdom shared today. The tips and strategies we've uncovered from some of the world's most successful individuals serve as a roadmap to reclaiming control over our time and living with greater purpose and intention. From prioritizing tasks and eliminating distractions to cultivating mindfulness and embracing self-care, each piece of advice offers a powerful reminder of the transformative potential that lies within our grasp. But let us not simply marvel at the wisdom of others. Let us take action. Let us commit to implementing these life-changing tips into our daily routines, one step at a time. For it is through consistent effort and intentional action that we will truly unlock the full potential of our time and our lives. As you reflect on the lessons learned today, I encourage you to identify one key takeaway, a single tip or strategy that resonates deeply with you and holds the power to catalyze positive change in your life. Make a commitment to incorporate this insight into your daily routine and watch as it transforms your productivity, happiness, and overall well-being. Remember, time is our most precious resource, and how we choose to spend it shapes the course of our lives. By honoring our time and using it wisely, we can create a future filled with success, fulfillment, and abundance. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery and growth. May the wisdom shared today serve as a guiding light on your path to greater productivity and purpose. And may you always remember the power to stop wasting your time and start living your best life lies within you. Seize it with courage, intention, and unwavering determination. Until we meet again, make every moment count.